Hey everybody, wanted to take a second just to talk about some stuff that Basil the Great taught about the nature of the spiritual life. We're standing in this beautiful, beautiful space and location with this amazingly old, gorgeous church behind us. And one of the things Basil the Great taught when it came to the nature of the spiritual life is that mankind by nature desires that which is beautiful. And we see that in art and the way that we're stirred by a sunset, by the landscape, by the various different artistic representations throughout history, that mankind is stirred through art. And so Basil went on to expound on that, and he said the greatest beauty is God. And so he said, mankind by nature, since mankind desires the beautiful, mankind by nature desires God. And so God and beauty go hand in hand. When you think about beauty, beauty is the representation of the beauty of God. It's the way the sunset stirs you. One particular author said that when you look at the coming and the going of the sun over the landscape, it's like communion coming, the sun coming down and being dipped into something, being dipped into the earth. It's like taking communion. So art and beauty evokes us to think about God. And so the most beautiful thing you can think about, of course, is God. So to Basil the Great, the thrust of the spiritual life was to be moved by the beauty of God. And that is what gives us grace to move forward, is that we see something beautiful. We capture a sight of something beautiful. We look to something beautiful. And as we see that thing, we're transformed. Paul said in 2 Corinthians that we're transformed from glory to glory based on the image that we behold. We see something amazing and glorious, and it evokes us to passionately pursue it. And any of you that are married understand, or in a relationship, and understand the nature of this, that you capture a sight of something beautiful that's worth pursuing, and you run after that thing, whether a husband or wife, you run after that thing to make it part of you. That's just a pale comparison to what it's like to see the beauty of God, to behold the beauty of God. And one of the greatest ways to behold and see His beauty is to recognize the moment of depravity that you see within yourself, everything that's abhorrent, everything that you can't stand, everything that's defiled. And He sees beyond that, through the depths of that, and says, no, I choose you. In the midst of your depravity, in the midst of your sin, He says he so loved the world that He looked beyond that and pulled us out. And so the beauty of God, the baseline for the beauty of God is seeing His choice of us in the midst of utter depravity. That when we see that beauty, we see God, and we find something to passionately pursue that gives us the drive to move in the spiritual life. And when you see that beauty, it's natural to begin to restructure your life in a way that composes your life to pursue that beauty, whether it's spending time in silence and solitude and prayer and devotion. All of those things are part and parcel of restructuring the spiritual life to pursue the thing that you saw beautiful, that gave you the drive to see it. And Basil the Great captured an essence of that when he said, mankind by nature desires the beautiful, and the most beautiful is God.